Poppins. Well, she's just kind of this cool lady who like is pulling things out of anywhere and making things come to life, and things like statues, which should be frozen, are dancing around the stage, and the kids are flying and everything's, she has this air about her and like her little British accent, and she's really, really cool.
Mary Poppins is magic, and that's just amazing how they're making everything so magic and having flying, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the best show I've ever done. I'm Asa Nagus, and I'm playing Michael Banks, the understudy, and he's just a boy who tends to be mischievous and troublesome and a little naughty, and the only reason he is because he really wants attention from his father, who's always working and never really has time to do anything with him, and all he wants to do is fly a kite with his dad.
Well, my name is Case Gray. I play George Banks, who's a very householdy kind of guy. I'm focused on my work and I don't really care about my family. Not really on the domestic side of doing things.
I play Winifred Banks, and she's a former actress, but she's kind of living, you know, the home life. She's a wife and a mother, and she doesn't really know how to accept that role, and even though she's actually doing a good job at it, she doesn't think she is, and she doesn't think she's very well cut out for it, but she kind of figures out that this is the role she's meant to play towards the end of the show.
I feel like my character teaches the children mostly that, you know, kindness is kind of everything. Kindness can help everyone kind of just show compassion and show how you care for other people, and definitely since their father has had a tough time with his childhood, that being kind to him and showing him that they understand where he's coming from, you know, to be there for their father and be good children.
I'm Bert. He's a chimney sweep, and he's kind of the comic relief of the play, and he has a thing with Mary, but she kind of friend zones him.
Well, Miss Andrews was not in the movie, but she is featured in the book as the evil nanny of George Banks, who then comes back after Mary Poppins leaves to nanny Michael and Jane. Mary is, you know, stern, but, you know, kind. Miss Andrews is just, she is evil and malicious, and her goal with children is not to nurture them, but, you know, it's to make them conform to her beliefs in whatever, like, by whatever means necessary. Where, you know, Mary wants children to find their way to becoming more mature instead of having to, like, beat them into a certain frame.
Hi, I'm Camden Larson. I play a chimney sweep, which is like a very energetic dance, which is on the rooftops of England. And I play a supercalifragilistic customer, which are like really goofy people that are in this Mrs. Corey's talking shop. So, and I am also a banker who is like stern and very precision and order, which is basically the song. And yeah, that is what I play. I done dance at Marquette Center for Dance for like 2-3 years, and my sisters, they were doing it, so I was just like, whatever, I'll do it, and it's been a very good experience, and I've had a lot of fun. I watched my first day, which is Beauty and the Beast, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool, like, I gotta do that. And it was just so amazing to watch, and like, I was even thinking when I was watching it, I'm like, wow, that must be so easy, and then you get here and you're like, yeah, it's like so much backstage and everything just like put together perfectly, and then it all comes together on the opening night. So.
Supercal is great, it's fun, and the letters are really fun to do, especially when you know how to do them right. And 7 Time is really great because I get to show off my tap dancing skills, and I've been doing tap for the past 5 years, and it's been so much fun. So yeah, 7 Time and Supercal are definitely my favorite.
We get to dance. I like dancing. I've been dancing for at least 5 or 4 years now.
I like to sing in this play, and I learn a lot of songs.
Every character in this is interesting, and that's what I believe is everybody's gonna be noticed.
I am Raquel Green and I play a statue. We are in the park. We're seen only in the park scenes, and we are frozen, and then when Mary comes, we magically come to life and dance around, and we kind of have a leader who's Nelius, and then there's 4 of us. And yeah, we just come and kind of enchant all the park goers. Mary Poppins has been like a really, really fun show to do. It's so technical and there's so many different pieces. There's like the dancing and the costumes, the hair, the makeup, everything. And so seeing everything come together this week, which is Tech Week, has been really magical. And there's so many different aspects of this show and it's really, really cool.
Well, Mary Poppins is a classic. A lot of people know it. It's a show that's, I mean, it's meant for any age, adult to being 5 years old. I think that the reason, I mean, there's a lot of set heavy shows. It's a really tech heavy show, but I mean, besides that, the characters are well thought out. The script is amazing. I mean, there's flying, which is great, and the dance numbers are unbelievable.
So I'm clipped into a harness, which is under my pants, and then someone pulls a rope, and then I pretend to walk up the wall, and then someone else tracks me sideways as I walk on the top, and then I go down. It's pretty fun.
Over the rooftop, step in line.
She knows more about the house than I do. She like kind of bosses me around, and I'm kind of new, but at the same time I feel like I've been there for a while. I'm just stupid and I kind of mess up a lot of stuff.
I fix his mistakes.
Yeah.
Careful.
I think that dynamic is just really easy to get into because you realize that like a lot of the show is very serious, and you know, very, you know, coming of age kind of story, and then there's just us kind of being dumb and being, you know, like in the way a lot of the time, which is easy for teenagers to play, I'd say.
People should come see Mary Poppins because, well, at least for what I've been here for with youth theater, this is probably the most tremendous show we've ever put on. It has just incredible technical aspects and just all these great things, and the actors are all so talented. A lot of people in this show, you know, audience members have watched grow up through these little shows and seen kids since they were like 3, and now they're 16 and they're performing just incredibly, and it's a fantastic show, and that's why people should come see it, because it's something that, you know, you don't really see kids do a lot of.
Oh, I love doing the theater, and show after show we improve and get more confident, and I always have a good time.
My name is Rona Chiardi, and I am in the youth ensemble. There are a few songs I'm in. I mean, Let's Go Fly a Kite, Feed the Birds, and Anything Can Happen. And I love LSYT. This is my first year.
I've done 6 shows. My first show was Honk Jr., and I was a main duckling. And then I've done pretty much all the other shows continuing to this one. And I have to say, this is the most technological show I've ever been in.
LSYT, I think my first show was Aladdin with MUCC, which was the old organization. And that's when I was about 6. And I know I've done 20 plus shows at least, so.
My favorite thing about being in LSYT is I like to see all my friends, and it's a great experience. And so all of you guys at home, if you want to try out for the next show, it would be great, because you always get to have a great experience and everybody is so nice to you. and you make friends much easier.
My name is Mia, and I play in the ensemble. It's a great show, and we all want you to have lots of fun watching the show. There's lots of special effects, and you gotta come and see it because you're not gonna see anything else like this in maybe 5 years, maybe 20 years, and it's just amazing.